Hi, everyone. My name is Clayton, and I wrote a book. Specifically, this one. So, for this video, I figured I should probably explain, what my fantasy world is actually kind of like and what sets it apart from others. And my main thing is, well, technology. The Tale of my City is a high fantasy setting with orcs, goblins, wizards, dragons, all that. The only difference is the magic never faded away as technology started to grow. It never became a thing of, past myths. It stayed around, and now all these fancy races are having to deal with a industrial revolution, and technology is starting to take over industries, and not just on the battlefield, where it has had a huge impact as airships and guns are slowly starting to overtake swords and sorcery. But even in cities, uh, factories and chimneys and stuff are starting to show up everywhere. I think you get what I mean, though. Yeah, it's a fantasy world. It's just what happens next after Gandalf invents the light bulb. That's actually kind of what was a bit of the inspiration. That and spite, because I hate seeing the magic disappear. Every single time when a story ends with the elves leaving or the magic fading, I'm just like, why? Why can't it stay? And from that initial thought of what if Gandalf invented the light bulb, I just started thinking about all the fantasy races and just what would happen to them as technology started to evolve. How would their societies change? Some of them I actually had a lot of fun with, like the elves who were isolationists and were then nearly completely wiped out because by the time they actually got involved in things, it was bows and arrows against airships. Or the orcs. They were, initially just a warrior race. What happens when you don't really need mass armies marching anymore? Like, what do you do in this new world? I'll admit, this is not my most detailed video. I'll now probably end up redoing this. I'm just recording this after some bad news and a very long day, so just apologies. But if any of this sounds interesting, welcome aboard.